Share my screen. Screen. My screen visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where we are yesterday? Yesterday we have registered, right? Once wait, I will run the project again. We'll delete this. Running our industry project. Okay, finish. Okay, in the customer page, yesterday we have created customer page. Here we can log in. Okay, here we can enter email and password and you can log in. But the login function, the login backend process was not completed yet. So we have completed the register process. Okay, here the full name, email, password, mobile number, date of birth with this image and address and the pin code. Okay, when you click on the submit, the customer will get registered. Okay, this is a one way. And next, the whoever the customers are registered, the registered customers has to be accepted by the admin. So when the customer gets registered, it has to display to the admin. Okay, it has to display it on the admin. Admin has to accept the customer whether he wants to accept. If he wants to accept means we need to accept, then only he can able to log in here. Okay, we will do that today. Okay, for that first we need to create one admin page, admin.jsp page. Okay, now same as this, like a customer page. Okay, I will create one inside the web app. I'm creating one page is admin.jsp. Okay, now in the head tag we are taking our head link file. I'm including the file as head link. Okay, head link, and what we need the header and the footer. So I'm including the header and the footer also. So that is main header dot JSP. Okay, and the next one is the footer. Okay, now I have included head links, header and the footer. Now we will check here in the admin. When I click on admin, see we get the header and the footer. Now what we need the banner here. We need the banner, and on the banner we need the name as admin login. Okay, so for that I'm going to customer page. Here I have the banner area, so I'm selecting that banner area. Okay, and pasting it in our admin page. I'm changing it from customer to admin login page. This is home page, and here I'm giving as admin, and I'm changing the address from customer to admin.jsp. Okay, here again I will refresh it. See, here we can get the admin login. Okay, when you click on admin page, we will get the admin page where it has header, footer and the banner area also. Now what we need here only login. Here we need two input boxes and the login button. Okay, we need two input boxes and the login button, so that we need the form. Okay, from the customer page. Okay, here same I use the same form. Okay, this is admin. Okay, here for admin, serving it and refreshing it. Admin. Okay, for admin we don't need of any register. Okay, simply we need a login page. Okay, how we can do that means for the admin, if you see here we have the register page and I'm saving it and I will refresh it. See, in the admin we don't need of any register. Okay, for the for our application maintenance only we can give by default inbuilt admin. Okay, for that we need to create one table as admin in our database. Okay, I'm opening my database and in our industry page we have the tables, one as customer and we need another table as a admin. Okay, I'm creating a table admin where we need only email and giving the type as varchar. Okay, I'm creating one table and the password pw same varchar 255. Okay, by creating the table, okay, see I'm refreshing it. Here we have the admin table. When you click on the table data will be appear. Okay, here we can give the by default address like admin@gmail.com. So no need of any registration, just simply by giving direct data we can log in from here. Okay, we have admin table and we have the admin email and admin password, that is root. So now here when he when the admin when we give the addresses of the admin to one user like me only. Okay, here admin address as admin@gmail.com and root. Okay, when you click on the submit button it has to process the data, whatever the email was entered, whatever the password has entered, it has to check with our database. It has to check with our database in our industry database in the admin table whether he has the same email address and the password. Okay, whether he has the same email address or password. When the email address and the password is correct, then only it has to process to the admin homepage. Okay, so that logic we need to write it in. See here we will enter the email and the password. When you click on the login button it will search for the action attribute where the address was there, but here for the login process we didn't written any logic. So we need to write here admin data.jsp. So in this file I'm creating admin data.jsp. So in this file we need to write the logic for the validation of the form. Okay, here we have the form, right? So we need to validate this form whether the email entered and the password entered was correct or not. Okay, here by the backend process first we will get the data whatever was entered from the form, like email equals to request dot get parameter of what I have given in the admin form. Here I have given the name as email, right? So we need to give the name as email. Okay, and the next one is password, string password equals to request dot get parameter of, and what is the name, pwd. Okay, so I am giving pwd. Now I am taking a try and catch exceptions method. Try and catch exception method e dot print stack trace. Okay, inside the try block we will write we'll write the code validation. Okay, before validation we need to connect the driver, we need to upload our driver, and we need to connect to our database. So same this class, okay, same class here I'm doing. Okay, I'm uploading the JDBC driver. I'm taking the connection. Here we are getting error because we didn't import the SQL class. So here we need to import java.sql.everything. Okay. You click it on save it, it will be gone. Okay. Now with the help of the prepared statements, we need to write the query. Okay. What query? Whatever the data was entered, select for the validation we use select everything from admin table, where here what we have in our database name, email and password, right? So we need to use the same, where email equals to placeholder and the password equals to placeholder. Okay, here we are telling select everything from the admin table, where email which was data was received from, we need to set those values to this email, and the password. Okay, first we need to set the values here for the email. Whatever the email was entered by the admin, we need to send that data, like it was stored in the email variable. So I am sending that email for the first placeholder. Okay, we are sending the email, and for the second placeholder we are sending the password. Okay, 2 comma pwd. if these two are if these two us when these two satisfies a condition, then only it will select the everything from the admin table. Okay, so when we use the select keyword, we will use the result set. Okay, we will use the result set to handle the result of the query, ps dot execute query. Okay, if this condition where email and password satisfies, then only the result will be stored in the rs. So while rs, okay, while rs dot next, while we can use, or we can use if rs dot next means if the email and the password are correct only, then only we need to send him to the home page, admin home page, with a message. So we are sending the message in the pop-up, like using the script tag. Okay, by using and giving the alert as login successfully. Okay, login successfully, and we need to send him to the home page of admin. Okay, here I am giving one name as admin homepage dot jsp. Okay, so we need to create again admin homepage file. Okay, else if the one of the email or the password is incorrect, so we need to send a message, right? So we need to send the message to them by using the script tag, like alert, or like invalid login credentials. Invalid login credentials. Please try again. Please try again. And we need to navigate the user to the again login page. Okay, login page. Like, what is the login page? That is admin.jsp page. Okay, now see once. Okay, so here admin home page we need to create, right? We need to create one page, admin home page. Okay, now control yes. Okay, see what I have did from starting. I have created one admin page where we need to take the form, like where you need to enter the email and the password. We are directly giving the email and password in the database. Okay, so when he enters the data from form, when you click on the submit button, it will go to the admin data for validation. Like it has to check whether the email entered, the password entered was correct or not. If those password and email both are correct only, then only it will be go to admin homepage with the message login successful. If the one of the email or password is incorrect, then it will show us as invalid login credentials. Please try again. So now when he went to admin page, okay, this is admin page, right? So admin homepage will be visible to the user. So this page I'm using same. I'm including I'm including the head links.jsp, and I will include footer. I'm not including the main header because in the main header, see, this is a main header, right? In the main header, we have home, about, service, projects, blog, home, contact, customer and admin login also. Okay, so we need to create when the user enters into the home pages like customer homepage or admin homepage, we need to create a separate headers for the admin and the customers. Okay, we need to create separate headers. So for that I'm creating one new file. I'm naming it as admin header. Okay, in the admin header, this is the admin header, right? So I will claim this I will select from the main header. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it. But in the main header, I don't need of any about or services. So okay, and don't need of any about or services, or I don't need of any all these. So I will simply take only one home page and one profile. Here inside it, I will give him as a change password header, and one more thing as logout. Okay, now I have selected only three headers in the admin header. So I will use this admin header inside the when the person gets login, and when he was in the home page, we need to display only admin headers only. So file equals to, I have created separate header for admin. So when he was in the admin home page, we need to use the admin header.jsp. Now see, I will once show you how we will log in here. Okay, I'm refreshing it. Okay, in the admin page, when you go to admin page here, we need to enter the admin @gmail.com. Okay, I have entered email and the password. When I click on the login button, it will go to the admin data. Okay, here it will retrieve the data, and by connecting to the database, it will check whether the entered email and password are correct or not. If the email and password is correct, then only it will go to the admin home page. If not, it will again go to the admin login page, and it will pop up like invalid login credentials, please try again. Okay, once we will try with the wrong password. Okay, here instead of root I am giving 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, now when I click on the login button, see, it has went to admin data, and it has checked whether the email and password are correct or not, and I have entered wrong password, so that it's showing me invalid login credentials, please try again. Okay, again when I click on the OK button, it is going to the admin login page. Okay, it's showing the message of invalid, and it going to the same admin.jsp page. Now what we need to enter the correct data here, like admin@gmail.com, and then giving the password as a root. Okay, I'm giving the correct details now. When I given the correct details, so when I submit the form, it will check whether it was correct or not. It was checked, and it has given the message as login successful. And when I click on OK button, it is going to the admin home page. Okay, here we didn't have the banner, and we didn't have the message, so we are unable to find it is an admin homepage. But in the admin homepage, we have used the admin header of home and the profile. Inside the profile, one second, invalid login credentials, admin login, admin at the rate gmail.com root. Okay, see, login successful. Inside the profile, we have the change password and the logout page. Okay, now I will see, this is how we need to log in here. Inside the admin homepage, this is admin homepage, right? I have taken admin header. Inside the admin header, we have only home, profile, change password and logout. Okay, now what we need to display whoever the customers are registered in our page, registered in the customer page, we need to display, to the admin, and we need to display it, and we need to give the permission to accept and reject when he needs to log in or not, whether he needs to log in or not. So I'm taking the list, and I'm here giving one customer name, and I am using it as view customer, and I'm giving the h reference equals to admin customers. Okay, in the admin we need to show the customers list. Okay, and saving it, and in the admin page I will use the same banner here, same banner, so that we know we are in the admin page, like giving admin welcome admin. I am giving welcome admin. Okay, here when you are in the welcome admin page, so the home page will be admin home page itself. Okay, not the index page, because when you keep here address index.jsp, it will go out of the admin page, like logout, it will go to the index page. So here the home page is admin homepage.jsp, and here I will remove this. Okay, so I think we don't need of anything here. Okay, welcome admin. In the admin header we have created. Now when I click on the refresh button, login successful. See, we are in the home page, welcome admin. Okay, and I will remove this span. Okay, we are in the home page of the welcome admin home page, and here we can see the header. One is home. Okay, and we need to change that address in the header, admin header. Okay, in the admin header, the home means admin home page. In the admin in the admin entity, the home means admin home page. Here we have the admin customers. Okay, now here change password, I will explain it in tomorrow, but now I am giving the address password admin change password.jsp, and here also admin logout. I'm just giving the names for it. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to display whoever the customers are registered in our application, we need to display it to the admin. So admin, when he log in, when he click on the view customers, here we need to display whoever the customers are, available, we need to display those customers. So for that we need to create one separate page, that is admin customers page. So I am creating one new page, admin customers ASP. Okay, this is admin customers page, so it will display to the user. When you click on the view customers, it will be displayed. So for that, now inside the head tag I'm including head links. I'm including head links dot jsp. Okay, and inside the admin only, right, inside the admin entity only, we are showing the view customers. So for that, here we need to include the header as admin header, because it is inside the admin entity. if the admin gets logged out, if the admin log out from this account, then we will display main header. But inside the admin, we need to use only admin header. The footer is same for every entity, either customer, either admin, either index pages. We will use the same footer dot JSP. Now here, I will use the same banner which was used in the admin homepage. So Control C, Control V. Here what we are displaying the customers. So customers. Okay, I'm giving the heading as a customers. Okay, now see, when I click on the view customers, see we are in the customers page, and here we need to display the customers. So for the display, we can use the cards types, or we can display it in the table also. Okay, by taking the table, and we can show the data whoever the customers are registered, whoever the customers are already with the app, we can display it in the table or else a card. Okay, now once I will check 1 second. Okay, and I will explain you about the logout also. Okay, where it has admin, right? Admin logout, right? So I am creating the admin logout. It is simple, just 2 lines code. I am creating one page and I'm giving the name as admin logout page. See, this is an admin logout page, so it will not display, but when you click on the logout button, it will invalidate the sessions and it will go out of it. Okay, I will explain it to you. And that also, before that, here, before that, here inside the admin data, when we have one topic, that is the session management, like where we can use the data throughout our session. When you get logged in any profile, like here admin is getting logged in. Okay, this is admin data. Now when the email and the password are correct, here we are saving that email in session management. Like we will use session, we use a session dot, okay, session dot set attribute, and here we will give the name. For that, what we need to use, I am giving the name as email, and the email was stored in this email variable, right? So here I am give as admin email, I am taking the name as admin email. And what is the email stored? The email was stored in the email variable. I'm saving that email in this session. Okay, now whenever the admin gets logged in, his email was stored in the AE email, a email, like admin email. I'm taking the name as a email. So whenever I need his email, I can get it by using the session management. So this is session management, where we can use the data of uh, data of the person who was logged in. We need to use, like wherever the session, whenever he was in the session, we can use his address of the email. Okay, now this email was stored in the a email. Now when you go to admin login, giving the title, inside that I am using the scriptlet tags. And when you click on the login logout button, we need to invalidate those sessions. Okay, we use that session, right? So here I am invalidate that session, and invalidate by invalidating the session and sending him to response dot send redirect. I am navigating him to the login page, like admin.jsp page. Now when he click on the logout button, when he click on the admin logout button, it will comes to logout page, and here it will invalidate the session and it will send the user to the admin.jsp page. Okay, I'm saving it. I'm refreshing here. See here inside the profile logout page, admin logout page is there, right? So when I click on the logout button, it will directly send him to admin login page. Okay, now One second. Here I have the services. Here I'm selecting if there are any cards we can use it to store. Seeing. Okay, here we didn't have any services or about. Okay, no need of. Okay, I'm logging here. Admin and login. Admin@gmail.com. And the password is root, right? I click on the submit button, login successful. So here we need to display the customers whoever are there with the our database. Like whoever are registered in our customer table, we need to display him with his photo also. Okay. So for that, here we will use in a view customers like admin header, where it is admin header, right? Okay, admin customers. So here we have created one file, right? Admin customers. So here inside customers, now we will use a tabular form. Okay, so we need to display the details of the customers in the tabular form. So I'm taking one section, okay, and giving the class and giving the margin for that. Okay, and section, I have taken one section and I am taking one div and giving the class as a container, and I am taking one container. Okay, inside this I'm taking one table tag. Okay, one table element. So for the table I am giving the class as the table and the table border. Okay, those are all classes. Okay, we use it inside the table. I'm taking one t head, okay, and one t body. T head we use it for the header, and t body we use it for body content. Okay, I'm refreshing it. See, okay, here we get the section gap. Now inside the t head, okay, we need to display it in the row. So I'm taking one t row. Now inside that we need to give the headings for the t header. So here when you take one t header, okay, see we are getting the table form, and when I click on select and when I take another t head, the table will be divided into two parts. Okay, here the table header was divided into two parts because it has only two headers. So first one is serial number we need to give, right? So after that, what we need to give, we need to take the full name of the customer, full name. Okay, this is one other header, and one after another, after full name what we have, email, right? We need to display the email. So here we don't need of any password. So here we don't need to display any password of the customers to the admin. So after the password we have the mobile. Okay, we have the mobile, and I'm taking one more header, and that is date of birth, DOB. I will give it as date of birth. Okay, I'm taking the date of birth and one address, and I'm taking the image. Don't worry, I will explain about that also. Image, and I will show the address, and I'm taking one more header as pin code for that, and I'm taking one more header as a actions. Okay, the actions we need, what is the actions we need, admin we need to give, we need to give the admin's actions as accept, reject. Okay, we need to give the accept and reject. When I refresh it, see in the header field, mobile, date of birth, age, address, pin code, and the actions. Okay, now what we need to give the data for this header. Okay, that data will be given in the inside the t body. Okay, that is table body. So inside table body also we will write it under the row itself, table row, and we will use the td. Okay, we use a TD. So that data was stored in the database, right? So first what we need to do, we need to connect to our database. We need to connect to our database and we need to retrieve that data from the database. So same, we need to update, we need to load our driver here. So first thing what we need to do, we need to load the driver and we need to connect to our database. So here we need to import java.sql.everything. Okay, see, we can do one more thing, like, see, create one file name as connect.jsp. Okay, here I created one connect.jsp, and inside this, okay, inside this I'm doing HTML content, and I will use a scriptlet tags. Okay, inside the scriptlet tags I will write the this connection. Okay, and here I will import java.sql.star. Okay, now by using this connect file, now I will remove this and I can simply include that connect file, so that we don't need to write that uploading our JDBC driver and connection. By simply using our connect file, by including that connect file, it will be connected to our database. Okay, now so we don't need of any connection because already we have used a connected file. Now what we need to do, we need to write, we need to use the prepare statement. Here prepare statement, already we have connected here connected file connect, so we can use a connect dot prepare statement. Here what we need to do, we need to select everything from the customers table. Okay, we need to retrieve all the data whoever the register in the customer. So now, so for the data retrieval we will use a result set rs equal to ps dot execute query. Okay, wherever the data will be, the data will be looped through one through at a once time. So inside this loop the data will be displayed. So for that I'm ending the scriptlet tag and opening the scriptlet tag. In between those scriptlet tags I will use this body tag of the table. Okay, now inside there the data will be displayed. Okay, the serial number of the data will be stored in the first column. Okay, first column, first element, right? So to display data in the table data, we use a expression tag like scriptlet tag and equal to symbol. And here by using our result set, we will get the data like get integer of 1. Okay, that is serial number. Next, what we need to do, we need to give the second data. What is the second data? That is a full name. The full name was stored in the second column. So by using same scriptlet expression tag rs dot get string of 2. Okay, and same for the email, and it was stored in the third column. But here we have the mobile number. The mobile number was in the 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, fifth column. We are not displaying the password, so we are not using the fourth column. Okay, the mobile number was in the fifth column, so we are using the fifth column. After mobile number, it was date of birth. Okay, that was in the sixth column, and the image was in the seventh column. But for now, just exclude that. I will tell that in the next class how to display the image. Okay, now seventh column is done, right? The image was not in the seventh column. Okay, Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The address was in the seventh column. I will display that address in the seventh column. And in the eighth column, it was pin code. The pin code was in the eighth and it was in the integer form. So we can use the integer form. Next, what we have? We have the actions. The actions is nothing but here we need to take two anchor links, one for accept one and another one is for I am taking another anchor link and I'm giving it as reject one. Okay, accept and reject. Now see, I'm saving it, and when I go, I'm refreshing here. Okay, select everything, refresh occurs 1 second. What is this? Okay, customers table. What we have? We have the customer tables, not the customers. Okay, here customers. I'm refreshing it. See, inside the customer, we have only single customer in our database, so it displaying only single customer, and his full name is Radha, email is Radha@, mobile number, date of birth, image, okay, the address, pin code, and the accept and the reject. But inside the accept and reject, we didn't given the H reference, so it's showing simple as a text. Okay, H reference. In between these anchor links, I'm using small space. So for space we use ampersand and NBSP semicolon. Okay, so that we can just see here we have the two links, accept and reject. In between we have the space, we have used at NBSP. Okay, when the customer registered the state, we need to take one more column in our database. That is nothing but status default should be pending. When he registered, the status should be in the pending state. Okay, now see, I will create, like, alter the table. So if you want to add any column to the customer table, so we use alter and we use add column. I have adding the column as status and I'm giving the type as the varchar 255. But default it has a pending status. Okay, I'm running this and I click on table data, refreshing it. See here the status was pending. Based on the status we can display the actions. Like if the status was in the pending, then we can show accept and reject. But if when you click on the accept button, it has to change the status from pending to accept. Okay, we need to change that from pending to accept. Okay, I will show that also now. See, here I am giving address as admin accept customer.jsp. So which customer you need to do? You need to send his ID. So here we need to send the ID by using question mark and ID. So here the unique ID was in the CID, right? This is a unique ID. So I'm sending that by using expression tag. By using expression tag rs dot get integer of 1. Okay, now when you I'm refreshing it here. See, when I hover on the accept button, in the below of left side bottom, it's showing me admin accept customer dot JSP question mark ID equals to 1. Okay, where it was sending the data of the customer ID. So it will take the data to the admin.customer page, so where we need to retrieve that ID. Okay, now I will create one here. This is admin accept customer, right? So here I will use the industry name. Inside this, same. We need to change the status here, right? When we click on the accept button, we need to change the status from pending to accept button. Then only the customer can log into his profile. Okay, here I'm including connection file because we need to connect with the database and we need to change the status. So I'm using here connect to file. So we are connected with our database. Now what we need to do, we need to retrieve the data, whoever the customer ID was sent to this page. Okay, now that is in the integer form. So integer ID equals to integer dot parse int of request dot get parameter of, here we need to take the name where, see, this is the name. After the question mark we have given the name as ID. Okay, so that ID name here we need to give ID. So by that it will retrieve the data wherever the ID was used in the admin accept customer. Okay, now we get the ID of the customer. So what we need to do, we need to execute an query. So for that we will use a prepare statement ps equals to con dot. Okay, prepare statement. Here what we need to do, we need to update the data of the customer where the status was in the pending state. So for that we need to update it, right? So we will use the update. What is the table name? The table name is customer. Update the customer. What do you need to do? You need to set the status. Okay, we need to set this status. What we need to do, we need to change it from pending to accepted. Okay, here I am giving the data as accepted. Okay, where ekkada, where where here this is a customer ID, right? So that is a unique ID. So where customer ID equals to question mark. So for this placeholder I am setting the value as ps dot set integer. Whatever the value we have retrieved from the previous page, it was stored in the ID variable, right? So I am giving that ID. So where the customer ID was 1, it has to change the status from pending to accepted. It has to change from pending to accepted. So now what we need to do for update, we will use the integer rows equals to ps dot execute update. Okay, now if the rows is greater than 0, then only we have accepted the customer. Okay, so we need to send the message by giving the alert as accept customer accepted. We have accepted, right? We have accepted successfully. Okay, now what we need to do, else part. In the else part also same, we need to take scriptlet tags and we need to give the message as failed to accept. Okay, failed to accept, please try again. Please try again. When you accept, here we need to send him to check whether it was accepted or not. Okay, so I will send him to admin customers page itself. Okay, for if it was, if it fail also, I will send into admin customers page only. And the same for the reject also. Okay, here we have the same reject also, right? Same for that also, we need to create one admin reject customer page dot jsp. Here also we need to send the details whoever you want to reject. So I'm using same scriptlet tag and I am sending the ID. Okay, I'm sending the ID of whoever the customer you need to reject. I'm sending his ID. So in the admin register customer also same, here what we have did, in the place of status accepted, we will give the status as a rejected. Okay, same we need to do it for the reject also. Okay, all of you do that reject tomorrow, and we will see tomorrow when the user. Okay, now we will see with accept. Okay, see here I am, when I click on accept button, it was go to the process stage and it was accepted successfully. Okay, now the status was, now I think we can show your status. See once, like before the actions, I'm taking one header and giving the status name, and before that I'm taking the data and I need to display that status. So the status was in the which column? Okay, one second. Which column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10th column. Okay, the status was in the 10th column. Okay, see, it's saving it. And when I click on the view customer, see in the status, it was accepted. Okay, now in the tomorrow class, I will show you how to log in with the customer when he was accepted, or if he was rejected, we need to send the message to the user as your profile was rejected, and we need to redirect him to the customer login page. Okay, today we have today we are done with admin login, and here we have displayed the customers whoever registered in our application. Okay, okay, this is today's class. Thank you. You can drop off from the class, Ashwita. Or if you have any doubts, you can ping me in the WhatsApp.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Thanks.